if I didn't cross paths with Fabian, I would say the course of my life would be downhill in terms of everything: relationships, money, my awareness, my consciousness, my intelligence. But now he knocked me onto a better course in life. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. That's the value of these experiences. So we all have pathways in life. If you think about the roots of a tree, you're just following one pathway. There are many, many different pathways, alternate pathways that you can walk through subconscious decisions that you make. And if I never met Fabian and I never experienced the soul work and the shadow work and diving deep into my own world and what I need to fix and what I need to address, I would have continued walking a very unsustainable path, pushing people away, very cold. I would have struggled with relationships, both with my family, both with romantically. I would not be making the success in business that I am now. I wouldn't have the awareness and the knowledge to really break through in life and pursue what I want to pursue naturally, instinctively, not just a watch or a car or an investment. It's much bigger than me now, which I have so much more appreciation for life as well. It's a complete perspective shift, and I could have walked that path, but Fabian shifted that perspective and allowed me to walk an alternate path, which is going to allow me to reach my end goal much faster, much greater, have more impact, do it sustainably, heal my relationships, really develop in life and not stagnate. Because, most entrepreneurs, me especially, I've always been into self-development, self-work, right? And you can work on your body, you can work on your health, you can work on your mind, you can work on your business. These are all external things. When do entrepreneurs work on the internal things, right? A massive gap. And that's what Fabian allowed me to do and guided me through infrastructure and knowledge and tools and guidance, not just, hey, go speak with your family. It's much deeper than that, right? And he opened this world for me. So I'm eternally grateful for Fabian, and his influence on me has just completely changed the course of my life in 6 months. It's not that long, and other guests and members of the retreat will also follow this path. They're gonna do follow-up calls. Fabian's providing infrastructure and knowledge so that it's a very personal journey, but Fabian can keep them from going off course, through spiritual psychology. Fabian's very advanced in this field. So I'm eternally grateful for our relationship. He's descended very far multiple times in life, and that's why I respect him so much, because he's descended so far. He's seen the bottom, the corners of life. Right? Fortunately, I'm never going to be in a position, hopefully, where I have to descend that deep. But what happens is when you descend that deep, you ascend even higher, right? And through that descension, you learn and you grasp so many concepts at such a deep level. Your understanding of life is just tremendous. And the tools that he got from that descent, he's now injecting into others, healing myself, healing Jason with this experience. He knows exactly what to do because he's descended, right? So that tool belt that I was talking about before, Fabian's is much more advanced than 99.9% of people, which makes him qualified to give people these profound experiences and host these container events where you can explore that depth. He unlocks that in you, and he doesn't actually change anything about you. He only activates you, activates thought loops and patterns and DNA that's been dormant, just suppressed your entire life. So that's his gifts, his abilities that he's achieved through walking this path for years and years and years, just trauma and understanding himself, and just there's so many layers to it in his life that I didn't know was possible for a human to descend that far. So I was lucky enough to absorb this energy from Fabian, right? Which only 1% of the population is a reflector. And before the awareness of this even happening, we just got along very well. We have similar backgrounds, and the relatability is there, and it just allows us to connect at a very high level and then go really deep. And so, yeah, I want to continue to stay in touch with Fabian. I think a lot of the guests, the members, will also really want to stay in touch for Fabian to give them the frameworks to walk this journey that he's walked.